Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. Some of y'all I grew up with, you know my real name. This going on Facebook too. This going on Facebook. I be reading people comments and posts on Facebook, and no disrespect, but a lot of people is delusional. Like, they don't even understand the landscape that they living in, especially when it comes to women. A lot of guys, they just, they keep making the same mistakes because my generation, let's face it, we grew up with the Guy, Jodeci, Jagged Edge, all them. Here's the thing though, go to their Wikipedias. How many of them are still married or married to the first marriage, still in the first marriage? See, a lot of women get mad at this kind of talk because it exposes them. See, these are things that if Adam would have known, the whole entire world would be different. Because when men start to fall short in their behavior and in their intuition and their understanding of things, it pretty much corrupts the whole entire world. So this video entitled 11 Things Women Do Who Don't Respect You. Or you can title 11 Things Women Who Don't Respect You Do. I had to take notes, and what I normally do is I'll meditate and try to remember some conversations, remember some things that I saw, things that I know about, so on and so forth. People say, who you talking to about on that? I'm talking about everybody. Everybody. Now, guys, I was reading guys, guys that, some of them I grew up with, man, they good guys, they not perfect, but they got good intentions, but they just don't understand what they dealing with in terms of these women because they might not be as observant as me. Like, I could be at a Thanksgiving dinner, you're sitting there, but I'm really watching everybody. And I always had this instinct, even going back to being a little kid. My grandmother used to tell me, stay out of grown folks' business, because I knew about everything. It's not that as a kid, it was nosiness. As a grown man, it's wisdom. It's observing. I know and understand that you gain more wisdom when you paying attention to things, and you always learning from things and from people. One of the greatest tools of learning is when you're observant of human behavior. And a lot of this stuff that I'm about to mention, no woman is completely free of this list. You just can't. I don't know who you think you're dealing with. Even if you the unicorn, even if you the exception to the rule, you still gonna fall on this list somewhere. And since I was a kid, I had kids that I grew up with and went to school with, elementary school with, stuff like that. They'd be like, well, my father left us, man. And then you start seeing their mother's behavior, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, now there are some guys, let me just say this. Their behavior is so bad, the woman didn't have no choice. These are the exceptions to the rule. Because from what I see a lot of women breaking up their homes. Like, they'll stick to a bad guy. But a good guy, they'll fight him till he, you know what? I'm done. And when I say good guy, I'm talking about in terms of family relations, kid. Nobody's 100% good. We in the flesh, nobody's perfect. But I'm talking about a guy who believes in taking care of his kids, spending time with his kid, being there for his kids. So let's get into this list, shall we? 11 things that women who don't respect you do. Number 1, they create double standards. This is disrespectful because she is elevating herself over you. I can give you an example. She can call you fat, but you can't call her fat. You call her fat, it's going to get blown out of proportion, silent treatment, this, that, another. She can hang out with her friends and family and she'll be like, oh, we just having a little fun. You insecure. But you do it. World War III. You be fighting like cats and dogs. She can get fresh and friendly with other guys, but if you do it, break up, divorce court. Fierce arguments. Now, the second one I got on this list is higher respect and admiration for other men than she has for you. If your girl or your wife does this, like, I'm going to show you how they do it. If you kept track, right? Let's say you was going up to 10. 10 compliments / criticism. So let's say you say, okay, I'm counting to 10. I want to see how many times she'll compliment other guys in their ways and criticize me. When a woman don't respect you, you're going to get to 10 criticisms. It probably will be 10 criticisms of you before any of that, or 10 compliments. It's going to be one of the extremes. 10 compliments for other guys, how they treat their women, how much money they got, this, that, and the other. That's what they do when they don't respect you. And some of y'all, you got to understand that when some guys want to keep their family together, but some women will play on that. And sometimes they don't know that they're playing on that. Some women will act like they ain't no ghetto baby mama, but then they act like a ghetto baby mama. Like they literally pushing you away, like, from your kids. Because I think Instagram, Snapchat, all this stuff done made women even more delusional. They think that they can go out there in the dating market, snatch Mr. Right, bring him home, and spend the rest of their life with him. That's what a lot of them think. So when they see you, especially if you being a man, if you standing up as a man, that's going to create more conflict. But don't worry about it. Just keep standing up as a man. If you're not having that much conflict, but yet your wife is doing the things on this list, you're not being a man. Most men are being emasculated in their relationships. And the only way they can stay with these women is to continue to be emasculated. How do they get emasculated? If she not letting you break her off, and she want you to break her off, then she's emasculating you because she expects you not to do anything. That's emasculation. Look up the definition. Emasculation. EMASCULATION. Or look up emasculate and you tell me what you find. Anytime a woman is trying to take away your manly characteristics or a job or anything, you're being emasculated. So that's number 2, higher respect and admiration for other men than she has for you. Number 3, change in sexual frequency and enthusiasm, kind of like I just said. Remember how when y'all first got together, what was she doing? What is she doing now? We're going to get into this list. Double standards, higher respect, affirmation for other men, change in sexual frequency and enthusiasm. See, this is what y'all are supposed to be learning at church. But your pastor just want to stick to stories only from 2,000 years ago, some of which he can't even prove exactly how it happened. He don't want to get into the nitty-gritty of people's lives. The Messiah was getting into the nitty-gritty of people's lives during his day. Pastors don't do that. They don't do that. In fact, most of them will take these women's side. Guarantee you. Don't go to them for no marriage counseling. So, number 4 I got on this list. I'm already at 10 minutes. I want to get through this fast. Tries to get you to prove yourself or your love. Listen. If I committed to you, right? Or let's say this guy or that guy. We're talking about everybody. We talking about everybody. Y'all always want to jump to conclusions. I'm trying to help y'all based on hundreds of thousands of examples that I've seen and heard for many people. So don't think that I'm pinpointing. Anytime you got to prove yourself or your love, you with the wrong woman. You with the wrong woman. Especially if you paying the bills, especially if you protecting them, especially if you taking care of home, you with the wrong woman. There's no proving your love. That's that old TV stuff. That ain't real life. That's not biblical marriage. That's not biblical relationship that can lead to marriage. See, I talk about boyfriend and girlfriend too, because that can lead to marriage. And some of these chicks, you might want to get rid of them before you get married and be having all this child support and alimony because they disrespecting you out the rip. So that's number 4. Tries to get you to prove yourself or your love. Listen. Remember, think of the bummiest guy you were with, ladies. And you just loved him. You just loved him. Now you with a guy that's trying to take care of you and you pushing him away. You only thing you want to bring up is his faults or his failures. These is the type of women that need to go out there and swim with the sharks of dating. They'll get smashed 3, 4 times. I ain't that kind of girl. Smash. I ain't that kind of girl. Smash. That's what happens to many. They try to say they ain't that kind of girl, and the fake classy ones, they'll keep the fact that they keep getting smashed off by these guys under the reps. But that's all that's going to happen today. This is the hookup generation. And the only way marriage is going to come back is if you do it from a biblical perspective and you consistently stay to it as close as you can. If a woman is talking about, if she ever argued with you about submission, she's done. She's done. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. Don't marry her if you're not married. Divorce her if you are. It's come on now. Number 5, you constantly getting into it over things she's saying. Like let's say you a guy like me, and you grab things and you know exactly what people saying as soon as they say it. If you with a woman who don't respect you, you're going to be constantly arguing over things she's saying. Because she's going to be always saying disrespectful stuff that implies that you're not that smart, you're not that successful, you're not that this, you're not that. And you're going to know, like, what are you trying to say? You'll know what she's trying to say. You'll be like, what are you trying to say? Number 6, lying. You start to catch her in lies. Like you start catching her up in more lies. Like this why y'all guys, you need to know how to vet women. Like when they tell you something, you got to be able to remember it and play it back like later on and catch them up in their lies. And I would tell you guys before you even get married, man, just to both of you, and you'll gain trust or distrust. You'll know what you're dealing with. Just go take a polygraph test. Make these chicks take a polygraph. Like, if they trying to act like, because most people gonna market themselves. You gonna see the crooked salesman or a woman. You're not gonna see the person that they are or that they're gonna become. And that's why it's good sometimes when you're thinking about marrying somebody to put a polygraph on them. They say they ain't that kind of girl, they ain't had that much sex. Do a polygraph. How many people have you had sex with? 3. You know, that's their number. That was my number in high school football. And even college and or minor league practice. They say 3, that's their favorite number. 3. Give her that polygraph. Let's see if it's really 3. Okay, so you start to catch her in lies. Number 7, she's always trying to change you or your mind about things and ideals. Always trying to change your mind about ideas, business ideas, ideals, like some of the principles that you maintain or whatever, or just trying to change your mind on something else. That's her way of showing you that she doesn't believe you that smart. This is what they do. I'm telling you, this list, it's like connecting the dots. Number 8, she believes she is smarter than you. That goes along with number 7. If she says anything related to her being smarter than you, it's because she has lost respect for you or does not respect you at all. And sometimes, like, okay, let's say you used to be a drug dealer. Or let's say you used to be a drug dealer. That's a good example for it. Some women will accept you, but down the line and the whole entire time, they won't respect you like that because you were a drug dealer. And once you start to change and start to gain wisdom and they still really got you down there. They don't think you can change. They don't think drug dealers become preachers. They don't think drug dealers become righteous men. And sometimes this could apply to women in your family or women. Number 3 shouldn't apply for your family, but this can apply for women at your work, jobs, family, wherever. When they don't respect you, they're going to do some of these things. Number 9, constantly critiquing you, constant criticism. How can you constantly and consistently criticize someone you claim to respect? Now, I ain't talking about somebody say something about you, so you say something back. I'm talking about the initial criticisms that people hurl at you. They doing it constantly because they don't respect you. If somebody always trying to correct you, if somebody always criticizing you, it's because they don't respect you. Now, we're not talking about if you started a job, you don't know what you're doing or something. We talking about people who've been around you and they constantly and consistently criticizing you. But then they claim to love you and claim, man, I think some people just don't know what love is. I heard a guy say, you can choose to love them or you can choose to understand them, but you can't do both. And that's Coach Greg Adams. And a lot of you guys on the delusional guys talking about finding soulmates and all this. Before, I want you to just feed your mind a little bit. Just go on YouTube and start to watch some of these guys that we call red pill guys. Like they basically have me in that space as well. But like some of their names are Darius M. You younger guys, you older guys, just go on. There's some of Darius M's videos. Anthony Spade. My favorite that I like to listen to, Coach Greg Adams. Ringo for Life talks about this stuff. Black Ram 313. It's a lot of these guys online. When your mind is like a seesaw. And when it comes to the way a man thinks about women, you have to balance it out. Like if you all the way on the positive side, that means that you don't have no wisdom when it comes to women. If you just all the way over here on the positive side, you don't think they can do no wrong, sugar and spice and everything nice, you need to feed your mind. You need to open your eyes and pay attention. Have some of you forgotten that it wasn't always you when stuff went wrong in your relationships? Think real hard. Some of it might have been. But what's weird is, this was weird. A lot of guys, you know, like some of my friends, for instance, they was playboys when we was younger. And they understood this when we was younger. But then when they got older, they start taking all this garbage off these chicks. Like, and you see it, you hear about it. You see it and you hear about it. And they'll tell you. Like, you ain't got to be in somebody's business to find out about their business. You gonna find things out. And I know a lot of guys that they understood some of these things when they were younger. But now they just being tormented by women, emasculated by women. And they could be got hit up with child support and alimony 3, 4, 5 times, and they still don't get it. They still don't get it. Number 10, does not follow your lead. Now, I'm finna show you something that's very important on this. She thinks she is a better leader than you. She's telling you what to do like she is the man and you're the woman. They do that when they don't respect you. And some of y'all don't want to admit, man, that y'all wick chicks, that you probably should leave them alone. Because it's hard, man, especially when you got kids. But guys just be, and then they'll be swearing you to secrecy, swearing you to silence. Because they don't want nobody to know how they really are. And a lot of them will be playing the victim. But if you go and ask their ex-husband all the stuff that was going on, you'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't all you, man. It wasn't all you, dog. I know. Number 11. Cuts you off when you talk, whether it's regular conversation or argument. She has no need to hear what you have to say because in her mind, you're not important and you don't know what you're talking about. This is the stuff that disrespectful women do. Don't think just because somebody is still married that they have a good marriage. And that includes these older people. That includes your grandparents. That includes your parents. That includes your great uncles and aunties. Don't let them fool you. Most women only gonna stay with the man that they can control. These are just facts. A lot of women don't want to hear these truths, but these are facts. You want to be a good woman? Here's how you do it. If you have had a high body count, be honest about it. Just be like, I'm going to be honest with you. I did X, Y, and Z, but I've changed. I'm a better person now. I know how a woman is supposed to be, so on and so forth. So on and so forth. It's supposed to be based on the Bible. The woman spends time trying to impress the man, trying to serve the man. The man spends time protecting, providing, and if he so chooses, and how he so chooses, gifts, affection, so on, so forth. You're supposed to dwell with them according to the weaker vessel. My wife can't fight like me. My wife can't shoot guns like me. She's the weaker vessel. And they're supposed to know they're the weaker vessel. If they don't, you with the wrong woman. You with the wrong woman. If they think they can beat you and everything, you with the wrong woman. Because see, these are the type of women that'll slap you and go lock themselves in the bathroom. And then go call their cousin Doodoo them, Dookie. They call all their cousin with all these funny nicknames, like they ain't did nothing. Happens all the time. Now you finna get jumped, or you getting shot at. You zigzagging like we used to do in the 90s. Somebody shooting at me, running, zigzag. You zigzagging. Because you with the wrong woman. She's trying to get her cousins to jump you. Like she innocent. You with the wrong woman. Get rid of her. If you still with her, get rid of her. If she ever bring up family members that she gonna get on you, get rid of her. Because what most men gonna say? Go get him. Go get him. I dare him to come over here. And now you got a whole conflict. You don't have to have no woman, man. If you can't have a good, remember, the Bible says is that the Most High himself said it's not good that man be alone. I will give him a helpmeet suitable to him. Like, she's there to help you. So if she's not helping you, if she's hurting you, it's good to be alone. It's good to be alone. You know whether or not she's hurting you. You know whether or not she's helping you. You already know. You already know. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you in the church. If your spiritual life is affected, if you arguing with her and you going to sleep mad, now you ain't praying. You need to figure that out. You need to figure out if you should even waste any more time with this chick. Divorce is permissible. Men can divorce women. Women, according to the Bible, cannot divorce a man. You bound to him as long as he's alive. As long as he's alive, what you could do is you can go to him and ask him to divorce you. And according to the Bible, then you can remarry. But you bound to him as long as you both are alive. If he divorces you because you being disrespectful, which the Bible calls indecent, and it says if you find any indecency in her, you can divorce her. This disrespect falls in that category. Now, if it's you and God, you can't fool God, and he divorces you, the Bible says that any man that marries a divorced woman or lies with a divorced woman, it says it is an abomination. So if you were the cause of your own divorce, ladies, hey, you can get mad all you want. If you were the cause of your own divorce, yes, God is merciful, but you going against biblical. You going against the Bible standards. So don't be the cause of your divorce. If you been the person you supposed to be and he divorces you, that's clean slate. That's a clean slate. But if you not being the person you supposed to be and y'all end up divorced, whatever way, whether you file, he file, you don't want to be in that category. I got plenty more, but this video done got too long, so I'm gonna stop. These is ways you know if she respects you. The Bible says out of the abundance of a person's heart, the mouth speaks. So if she's always put with some kind of put down, it's because she has bitterness and resentment towards you in her heart. Because if she really loves you and she really respects you, that stuff ain't gonna always come out. Like the years done going by. She done disrespected you thousands of times. That's bitterness. That's unforgiveness. That's resentment. That's disrespect. It's time to start putting some of these women away, man. You wasting your life. You wasting time with these chicks. Some of these women need to be divorced. Simple as that. Like, you getting old, you still dealing with this old disrespectful chick, man. And you still think you gonna find love. That's why I made this video. I made this video because Reddit, I'm gonna tell you, man, Reddit be banning people like the blink of an eye. Like, people don't want to hear this kind of talk, man. This the real stuff, man. Y'all just want to ignore me and go to these fake pastors who try to act like their marriage is perfect. Their wife is perfect. Well, their wife knows she on her last leg, her last chance. So maybe she has changed. What about all that? I want to know about that stuff that she was doing during her life. It's okay to change, and we all should change for the better. But don't try to act like you innocent, man. Or woman. Because as preachers like me out here that will expose you. I expose people all the time. Everybody don't like me, and that's okay. Because if everybody like you, you're not being real. Stop looking for love. This is 2022. This is the hookup generation. This is modern day. This is, these women are like the cat in the bushes. The cat in the bushes always doing something. But they see you and they crawl in the bushes. Y'all ever notice that? The alley cat, they crawl in the bushes. And as you riding up the street and you walking up the street or you doing this or that, you hear them. Because they doing all kind, they fighting, they doing all kind of stuff in the bushes. Then you see them, they purring. Trying to act innocent. That's why I don't like cats, man. I ain't never liked cats. And now I'm allergic to them. Because cats, no disrespect to animal lovers. I know how y'all is, this cancel culture. This is just my opinion. I don't like cats for a lot of reasons. Like, cats are selfish and sneaky. I like dogs. Dogs are more loyal. Cats are selfish and sneaky. You see them, they innocent look. They go in the bushes. Then you hearing all this commotion. They fighting, they doing everything in them bushes. That's how these women is today. The majority of them. And if you a unicorn and this don't apply to you, stay that way. Stay that way. Even if you get hurt. Even if you get hurt. Stay that way. Young girls, do not be out here giving yourself away. Save yourself. Know how to submit. Respect your man. Respect him. Learn how to cook. Cook for him. Don't be doing this stuff and then expecting the best. Like a lot of, they do all this weak stuff. Run good dudes off. Then say he left his family. He's deadbeat dad. No. All these guys is not deadbeat dads. I know that for a fact. I know. I got many stories. Many stories. These guys sometimes get ran off by these women. They keep their kids away from them sometimes. They won't let them raise their kids. They're trying to keep the kid like a paycheck. Then the kid turned 18. They ain't been raising them right. Now they want your life together. You got a boat, you got houses, you got this, that. Now they want you to have these bad kids that you didn't get a chance to raise because they was holding it like a bag of money. Now they want you to have them. Your life at peace, you traveling, you doing it. That's how these women be doing these guys, man. But They're so innocent. Oh, they're perfect. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Dude, I knew this stuff at 22. And I'm seeing a lot of dudes I know going through all these changes because they got away from what they know. Because we are trained to think that everything about us when we were younger, yeah, we was out here on some thug stuff, some of us. But that don't mean that nothing we knew was right. And you dudes, stop making babies. Stop making these babies until you wait till you get married and you know that this woman is going to respect you and going to submit to you and be a life partner. Don't make no babies until then. Y'all dudes, y'all think y'all really don't. And if y'all be make beautiful babies and stuff like that, and it's good, they're healthy and this and that, but stop doing it. If you ain't rich, if you don't know if you're going to be with that person, don't do it. This is how you become a statistic. This is how your kids become statistics. Man, I could talk about this all day. But I know people's attention span ain't long enough. And I got to get to work. Just the truth, man. The channel is no matrix, no simping, no simping. Y'all know what simping is? Simping is when you take a backseat to women. Simping is when you take a backseat to anything. If you choose not to be a leader in this world, you're guilty of some form of simping, guaranteed. Look up what simping is. All subjects channel, I talk about sports, I talk about everything on this channel. I get censored, of course, because I say things all the time that people find controversial. Like he said, you can either love them, you can understand them. Me personally, in my experience, my wisdom, you should choose to understand women. Choose to understand them. And if you love them, then express it with manly leadership first. Then come with everything else. And if she can't handle the manly leadership, then she can't handle affection. She can't handle gifts. She can't handle nothing. Maybe she shouldn't even be there. You got women that's having babies, messing with guys, and then lying, saying it's his baby. And it's been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. And guys still don't get it. Because guys don't be reading the Bible like that. They don't know God like that, so they don't know how a woman is supposed to be. I went to the Most High, and I got in some studies with the Most High, and I'm asking questions. How is this supposed to be? What is it? What is it? And you'll be amazed at some of the answers that I came away with. Some of the stuff I shared on this video. See, y'all think God wants these. God knows that these women are supposed to follow your lead. No exceptions. Anything otherwise than that is the devil. It's the devil. And when a woman don't want to follow your lead, she's supposed to leave. She's supposed to leave. Like, whatever happens, happens. Like, if you choose not to follow a man's lead, then deal with whatever takes place. These women wanna, for the sake of saying they married sometimes or saying they got a boyfriend, they with this dude they don't even like or don't even respect. And if he start to know it or he start to wake up, it's going to be problems, man. I'm telling you. That's why a lot of people be fighting in their marriage. Physical, verbal, this is why. Disrespect. Guys, you need to understand this right here. If you are a man, you are the leader. These women should barely even be telling you what to do. These women will try to pick your clothes for you, which is fine. Like, if you want to buy somebody clothes, that's fine. Pick your friends, pick your clothes. You can't eat nothing unless they say you can. Oh, you good? Oh, you eating this? Get the... Thanks for watching. Because I'm going to mess around and say something, and this whole video going to be censored. But you hearing the real. You see, y'all don't believe in preachers like me. Y'all believe in these preachers who be fighting like cats and dogs with their wife at home. They come to church, they act like everything perfect, and then down the line, he'll do something and they'll be divorced. Or she'll do something and they'll be divorced. Because they're not keeping it real. The Bible even teaches this. Therapists teach this, that the road to therapy is accepting the truth of the situation. Accepting the reality. That's the only way you can recover. Regardless of what it is, whether it's broken relationships, whether it's whatever it is. This video is at 41 minutes, so I'm going to stop. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you can keep hearing more about this subject. More about how these women ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. Stop expecting them. Y'all trying to marry these broken women too. You trying to marry broken women. Women that used to be crooks. Women that used to do this. Women that used to do that. You better vet her out and make sure she ain't that way, because she'll been and took your money and ran. But thanks for watching.